see my feet. Oh my God, I love you too. How are you all doing tonight? Okay. Welcome to ContraDiction and the opening of Indignation 2014. We are 10 years old this year. 10 years of some really amazing events and some really fucking pissed off queers. Thank goodness for that. I guess I have to start with a little announcement. My name, by the way, is Becca. Hi. How are you? Small announcements. The themes in tonight's event are gay. Actually, I think the term for it is homosexual. The themes are homosexual, and if that offends you, go fucking stand in the paddock. It's like a whole month of stuff happening. Tonight's like the first night, and it ends on August 30th. And I want to take a little moment, because I'm that kind of person. It's just so weird. There are like seats filled with musical instruments. It's almost like actual parliament. I want to just take this little moment because, you know, like I said, with the 10th Indignation, it's a whole month of activity. Is anybody in this room responsible for stuff that is going to be happening this month? Can I ask you to stand up? Yeah, if you're involved in any of the events that are producing any of the events that are happening this month, just stand up. Stand up. Wonderful work, and then I get to wear lovely costumes and just come out and like fuck around with everybody. So yeah, Indignation is your LGBT month. That's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. If you identify as none of the above, nor straight, we apologize, but we just like, you know, inherited the acronym. We mean everybody. Hope you're cool with that. Shall we start with our artists for tonight?
Yes.
Yes? Alright, will you please join me in welcoming to the stage. Alright, did anybody pick up IS magazine today? I know you're not expats, I understand. If you picked up IS magazine today, you would have noticed that our first writer and reader today, or this evening, excuse me, is the poster child or the poster girl for tonight's event. Her name is Stephanie Dogfoot. She is enormously talented, and some who swing that way also say very adorable. Will you please join me in welcoming to the stage Stephanie Dogfoot.
Yeah, so ContraDiction has been like pretty fucking big thing for me. Well, as becoming an adult, that kind of thing. So I think I went to the second one when it was in this place called the reading room, in this tiny room. I can't remember how I found out about it. I think I was like Googling things. And I just remember walking up the stairs and suddenly there's like strains of like Indigo Girls songs. I was like, oh my god, this is like paradise. There's actually people in Singapore who know about Indigo Girls. I was only like 17 then, so I didn't know. But yeah, then I saw some guy running around in a rainbow flag. I was like, wow, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm here, and it's kind of amazing. It's a fucking old Parliament house, an old Parliament, and I guess like many middle-class young people, I spent a few years studying in other countries, and have just returned. And so I don't know, I would love to write a lot more stuff about Singapore, but I don't really feel qualified. So this is kind of my basically kind of like a journal entry for me, what I'm going to read. It's probably going to change in the next year. I'll probably turn it up in like a couple of weeks. But anyways, now that you're here, I've written a list of 14 things that I've learned since being back in Singapore for 8 months. Having been away for 8 years. Here it goes. 14 things learned in 2014, or what I've learned so far in the past 8 months of being back. 1. Suddenly everyone in Singapore loves cats. 2. What no one tells you about working 9 to 5 in an office in the CBD is the number of hot butch office women who also work in the CBD. Number 3. At your very first pink dot, you don't actually have to get completely drunk to enjoy it. Number 4. Remember that moving back to Singapore from the UK does not necessarily make you a better person, and will not necessarily bring you any closer to finding yourself. It just means that you had the choice. 5. Sleeping with poets who are Singaporeans instead of poets who are British also does not make you a better person. Number 6. Dating women instead of men does not necessarily make you any queerer or a better feminist than you already are, or a better poet than you already are. It may, however, be more enjoyable. When the priest reads the Archbishop's message to homosexual Catholics at the church that you have gone to since you were 5, try not to look too casual as you hold your breath, and try to avoid eye contact with your parents and the gay couple sitting in the pew across from you. 8. If something seems too good to be true, for example, a government-sponsored FAQ for parents that references the Kinsey scale, or children's books in the library that mention same-sex parents, or comic books from your childhood which suddenly have gay characters, they probably are too good to be true. However, number 9, however, do not underestimate the power of online petitions, because it's sometimes all you have. Number 10, also don't underestimate the rage, passion, or ingenuity of people around you, because it is also sometimes all you have. 11, remember how living in other countries for 8 years taught you how to choose your own family while living thousands of kilometers away from your biological family. Realize that living in Singapore at the age of 27 will teach you how to choose your own family while living in the same house as your biological one. Number 12, at your first pink dot, be grateful. Be grateful that you are getting to share a picnic mat with amazing queer friends who will roll their eyes with you when the national anthem comes on. And for all the same reasons. Number 13, what no one tells you about working in the CBD is that 1 hour is an inhumanly short time for a lunch break, when all you want to do is savor the taste of her lips on the corner of Amoy and McCallum Street. Number 14, don't read the comments.